Man, everything I'm about to say on this video is absolutely false. None of it is based in truth because I have no facts to prove that they are true. So they are fictitious accounts from a fictional character by the name of Damn Fool because he feels like his life has been cursed. So what's going on today, man? I'm in my car rolling and today been a hell of a day. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's 2:35 a.m. October 27th. And I don't know if you hear me very well. We got a lot of background chatter. I'm always rolling. I'm always in thought when I'm rolling. And these are the times, the opportune times, where I can sit down and somewhat record somewhat of a video or make a chronicle, just because there ain't nothing else really to do, nothing to it but to do it. And so today been just another one of those trying days, man. You know what I mean? Today I woke up. First of all, man, I was in I'm not going to say nothing about a sleep, but I was in a long sleep. I didn't wake up till like 3 p.m. I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. last night and woke up at about 3 p.m. this afternoon. And that's kind of odd, man. I'll tell you something else too, man. A lot of times when I wake up with those headaches, it's after I've been in a long sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sleep where you wake up and it's time to wake up and your head don't even hurt. But you just go back to sleep. It's something like keeping you in the bed, man. It's like holding you in bed. And I couldn't quite, like I say, man, I tell you about the headaches all the time. And which leads me to a question. A question I heard a brother ask in the past. I heard a brother ask Brother Valentine, when one loses his mind, where does it go? You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful question. I'm gonna say something else too, man, before I get to rolling and get the popping. I'm turning over a new leaf, man. I'm going to stop using negative connotations. I try to use the English language to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? That's something a lot of people probably don't. It's something I'm talking like a lot of people, and I'm really supposed to just be talking to my family, but I get confused sometimes. I get the chronicles and a podcast confused at times. So just walk with me. As long as you get it, I just want to make sure you get the process. But so you might not understand a lot, man, about trying to use the English language at best. You know what I'm saying? Reason being, I noticed that we have social engineers or somewhat of an natural selection. You know what I'm saying? In other words, everything is rigged. You know what I'm saying? We have people that are philosophers that's trying to philosophize stuff, and they're trying to project victims into blaming themselves for victimhood. You know what I'm saying? And making the fakers project their way into success. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about it is, I don't knock anybody that stumbles up on a lick and becomes successful. But what I do have a problem with is robbing someone who has gifts and blessings and robbing them for their energy. You know what I'm saying? And since we live in a world that don't speak in those languages, you know what I'm saying? It's a a certain way to understand, you know what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say. And I'm gonna try to break it down to you. So the brother asks, when one loses his mind, where does it go? You know what I'm saying? Now, every time I wake up with one of these headaches, they are like dome splitting headaches, man. They last all day, and majority of the time, it's one of those times, man, where I can't wake up. Well, you know, I mean, I get up, but like I say, man, when I, you know, it's one of those times where I'm inclined to sleep for the majority of the day. You know, the majority of the day, man, I wake up and just stay in bed. And those are the times I normally wake up with a pretty bad headache. And when I have these headaches, I'm basically, it's like my brain is like mush. You know what I'm saying? Even though my brain is already like mush anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally like I'm having a hard time, man, just conversating. I mean, if I go to a restaurant to get an order, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a trigger, man. It's hard, and it takes energy. You know what I'm saying? That headache, man, it makes you a very fragile person. So just the fact of having a conversation about paying a bill on the phone is a burden. You know what I'm saying? You know, just small random things that you take for granted. You know what I'm saying? When you up bouncing around, but you'll see somebody else going through something like that headache, and you'll say, "Man, why you didn't handle your business today?" And the dude tell you, "Man, I was just trying to wait for this headache to go away." It be something that you can't put into context. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey man, whatever the situation may be, like this headache, brother, is that bad. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'll take several pills, and I guess they help a little bit, but as far as for the strenuous part of the headache, man, it's still there. So as far as the functioning, you know what I'm saying, just doing basic mental function, the headache still lingers. So one of the things, man, that started to kind of like reveal to me was, and I mentioned it several times, but I'm gonna mention it again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a common theme. And I tell you, man, the tastemakers and the social media and everything, man, it has a way of suggesting to you certain things or projecting energy to you in certain ways. And whenever I wake up with a headache, you know, you hear a lot of people speaking of a person getting victimized or a person losing a fight, or, you know what I'm saying, or like on one end you'll have people talking about somebody gonna lose to somebody, or somebody just lost the fight, or somebody got beat up in sparring. Then you'll hear another person say some shit like you know, I dominate him and whoop-de-woo, or, you know what I'm saying, man, I know something about him you don't know, man, and whoop-de-woo, or you'll hear somebody talk about it's just a common thread, right? It's a different energy, is what I'm saying. And unfortunately for me, I can pick up on the energy. I know how to follow the energy. But the only reason I know how to follow the energy is because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And so it's certain things they're trying to suggest to you. And so if you respond to it, either way you respond to it, according to the tastemakers, you are attracting your own karma. You're attracting your own energy. And that's another thing that they try to suggest to you, like shit like karma. Like, oh man, you're going through karma. Like, nigga, or a decision that you made, you know, and all this. There ain't no decision. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first of all, the irony of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not going to be ignorant and say that certain things you can't project. I mean, people with power can project whatever they want to project. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to say, man, the fact that that you listen to occult thinkers, people that fly the occult black spirituality, that's like eating poison. That's like eating the Bible speak or something like that. Don't eat with them or conversate with them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're trying to say, man, it's like it's very like covert, and it's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? It's very wild that people, they want you to be in so much in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And to not have your own source of enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? That try to manipulate the ether into making certain religious aspects true or whatever. It's crazy and it's hard to explain. But if you kind of understand where I'm coming from, if you're able to walk with me a little bit and understand that a lot of my entertainment, man, I listen to a lot of doom and gloom type people. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say doom and gloom. I just say people that have their own way of questioning the government and stuff that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? And I like it because it gives you a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a different way of looking at things. You don't always have to look at it. The part that I don't like about it is, okay, now it's been perverted. People are being paid off to pretty much give it to your own, basically, and kind of make it look like real tacky. Like you can't even like this stuff, man. You can't even hit the like button or invite your friends to a show or something because it's just so negative and so unrealistic, man. Almost like cultish. Like it's this cat, man. You know what I'm saying? He have a show called 20 Questions, and when he does the show, people ask him questions and he act like, they can't live without getting his answer for the question. Like they just dying for the answer. And I'm laughing because, like I told you, man, a lot of these guys be big trolls themselves, and the trolls help them get on with their show. So it's kind of funny to listen to. But if you were just a fly on the wall and heard me listening to some of these guys' shows, you would probably think I believe the shit that they saying, or I'm falling for the propaganda. One thing that it can do is get you out of your mood, or it can fuck with your mood, for the simple fact that being a damn fool, and that they're projecting the energy toward the damn fool. A lot of times, cats be trying to get at you or get in your head with the negativity. And so, it ain't the fact that they doing it, man. It's almost like if you went to a barbecue and a dude at the barbecue got a bad fly problem. You know what I'm saying? And you like, man, I'm trying to sit here and enjoy this goddamn rib. I'll be glad when somebody kill this fly, or when this motherfucker land where I can kill him, or you understand what I'm saying? So basically, it's just like a nagging thing, man. And so it happens to be perpetual. You'll leave there, you go somewhere else, and like I say, man, 90%, sometimes not even 90, sometimes 50% of the interviews are decent. You know what I'm saying? They decent, man. They basically it's just something to waste time, man. Just to waste time. You know what I'm saying? And the kind of like, it's kind of like the reason you hang out with your friends is a comfort zone. The reason some people don't like being alone and hanging out with their friends is a comfort zone. Well, personally, I like, sometimes I like being alone. Like, it's I don't mind keeping myself confident, but that's if I ain't the focus of the goddamn world, or the focus of the goddamn the drive, where these people trying to siphon my energy from. Now, if that ain't the case, then I'll sit up and just chill. But being that these folks are trying to siphon your energy, it's very difficult to ignore that. You know what I'm saying? To ignore that, man. So I guess the common, and so basically what I'm saying, man, it's a lot of fights that you got to have. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like brush that stuff away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to kind of like brush it away, man. So it's kind of odd. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, I may end up stop doing the Chronicles for a while. You know what I'm saying? And try to stop giving it energy, but the Chronicles, I don't know, man. Think of ways to do it, and then I start noticing people are converting their way of doing things like the damn Food Chronicles. It's like that's the craziest part about it. Is I'm gonna have to put it up too, man. I remember it's a chick named Veronica. She's like a spiritual guide, a spiritual coach, a spiritual guru or something. She was getting at me at the beginning of the year when I was talking about putting my thing down. She talking about, well, you just tell I can't remember what connotation, what connotation was me at the moment. I don't know if I was the black man or if I was the white man. I can't remember what it was. He's gonna have to share, and he's gonna have to whoop 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 whoop, and say, man, after that, man, it seemed like motherfucker was just taking my goddamn intellectual property, just 95 miles per hour. I'm like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this? I didn't even know this was possible. So yeah, that's what happened. It was happening before she said it, but after she said that, I wouldn't even say it started more, man. It just hurt your heart, man, to know that these things are happening, and it's happening to you, and you know what I'm saying? It's like it's impeding in your personal life. It's like it's just dragging you down, and especially when you're a positive person, you know what I'm saying? And I guess it's like when you hear homosexuals or people that used to be homosexual, or even straight people. Like when I was a kid, man, and the girl was a virgin, and niggas want to turn her out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so you want to make the positive person negative? And even if he ain't negative, just make him hurt. You know what I'm saying? Just make him hurt at the way of the world. And if that's the place that the world is going to, man, I kind of feel for it. It's like the movie I Am Legend, right? When Will Smith, Aaron Neville, you know what I'm saying? He had his dog. His dog was his main partner, but I forgot where his dog went. You know what I'm saying? It went off in like this abandoned building. I forgot what made his dog go in there. I think looking for him or something. And whatever happened to the people that got the virus caught his dog and was eating on his dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I fear, man. If the world is getting to a point to where motherfuckers just catching innocent people and just fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like just eating their soul. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? It's like an awkward place, and the only time that we care is when it's happening to us. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a not give a fuck type nigga. Now, and another thing, I haven't never been exposed to a lot of this covert hatred. You know what I'm saying? This covert racism and this covert way of getting under people's skin and just trying to get their attention and make them appear to be crazy. Cause that's what it'll do. I mean, if if I wasn't trying to keep these things private, if I was trying to make these things like super public at this particular moment, you know, I would look nuts. Cause it's not in a secular world, like the only people that would listen to this kind of stuff is, you know, targeted individual type shit. But in a secular world, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying is just so far outside of a person's perception. You know what I'm saying? They don't really understand. And I think it'll take a long time. You gotta remember, man, I've been living in this body for several years before I realized what was going on myself. And the only reason I started realizing because motherfuckers started fucking with me. Like, literally just started taking like verbatim sentences out of my you know, paradigm. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot going on. But anyway, man, so yeah, man, if that's the world that we coming to, I don't know what to tell people. I mean, you know, the only thing I can tell the motherfuckers is get yours the best way you can. You know what I'm saying? But if you have another way of getting your money, say, man, choose the other option. You know what I'm saying? Because if ever you get caught up in this motherfucking paradigm, this tornado, I'm telling you right now, man, it ain't something easy to live with or walk with. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's not easy to have, you know what I'm saying, people that's supposed to be there for you, you know what I'm saying, programmed to turn against you. You know what I'm saying? To lose every venture that you've ever tried. You know what I'm saying? To backfire and have people infiltrated and if people don't infiltrate it, I mean, you know, from the outside, man, you get so many distractions and shit, you can't even put your work in. It's like it's unbelievable, man. And right now, you know, before I get off of here, I just want to document that, you know, it's a lot of people doing a Damn Food Chronicle type of swag. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and they are believable as fuck if you look at them. And motherfuckers start talking about just doing shit the way the Damn Food Chronicle way. Like I said, I haven't even began to do it. I've been planning on, you know, comparing recordings and comparing dates and times and to show you shit that I'm talking about. But it would have to be worth my time, and I would have to have somebody that's qualified enough to record it and edit it and you know, on a budget. You know, it ain't worth paying somebody, you know, $100 a video, and I need to do 400 videos. You know what I'm saying? It's just not feasibly profitable, especially at this particular moment. You know what I'm saying? But either learn to do it yourself or grin and bear it and bite down on the bullet. You know, I just feel like you know, sometimes it's just good to get the stuff out, man. Just get the stuff out, man. And if it is a negative outcome, something does happen to me, you know what I'm saying, some of the players that was involved, if somebody was to blow up, like right next to me, like a nigga that been hanging around me, or that we were best friends, all of a sudden just become this super enlightened individual, and just super thoughtful, super enthusiastic, and full of life, and got all this positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you that motherfuckers is siphoning my energy, and I got some evidence that, you know, that I don't really understand how they do it and how they use the CERN machine, this heart machine, how they use these machines, how they use these cell phones, man, the energy, the signals. But if motherfuckers are, I'm under the illusion people can steal souls. I have caught people in my dream playing in my fucking mind in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's why I linked it to the headaches. And You know, from a damn Food Chronicle perspective, that's a odd thing. You know what I'm saying? And I would kind of almost have somewhat of a clue on somebody that had these backroom intel on airing my information. You know what I'm saying? Which is wild. So and that's what I would say, man. If anybody was, I definitely know it has happened from some motherfucker that's already big time, already out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how much I have lost and how much others have gained off of my energy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some incredible motherfuckers out there, man. And I feel like I was just as incredible, if not more. You know what I'm saying? When they you know, at certain times in my life. You gotta remember, man, I'm talking about random shit now, but I mean, I was rapping at 14, 15, man. I was a pretty, once I learned my style, I was a pretty dominant fucking rapper, a pretty dominant force. I had a way of flipping words, you know what I'm saying, before I kind of, my style kind of got less creative, I would say. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm willing to bet, man, I was losing shit back then. Ain't no telling where I was losing it from. So, you know, so it's just some weird shit, man, to think about. And you know, I heard Dick Gregory say, "Hey man, pull out your keys." He said, "Now, that key right there, man, you push that button, that key will unlock your door." He said, "Man, you can walk around this whole world and walk up to 1,000,000 cars look like yours, and that motherfucker won't work. But when they get to your car though, that motherfucker will work." You know what I'm saying? And it's signals. You know what I'm saying? You can use a remote control. You know what I'm saying? You know, same thing, remote control, same thing with. So, you know, basically, it's just to understand that if a person had this kind of technology, and if you possibly had a chip in you, you know, I don't know, you gotta have a chip in a false tooth, or, you know, they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if the frequency is tuned in on you, it's really like no limit. If a people can make a heart machine, right, it can cause a fucking hurricane. Why do you think they can't fuck with a person? And I'm sitting here telling you that, say, man, I mean, it's not coming from a position of hate. It's not coming from a position of jealousy. It's not coming from a position of wanting something that I never had. It's saying, oh man, you know, I done got juked out a lot of my personal gifts, man. Gifts that God gave me. You know what I'm saying? It would be like if you know, it's just hard to explain, man. Very hard to explain. That's why I do the Chronicles. That's why I do so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I can never just get it all out in one whop. And if I did get it out in one whop, it'd probably be too much to take in. So maybe the next time I go at it, man, it'll give you a little bit more insight from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be somebody else, you know, just at this particular moment right now, though, niggas just blatantly just walking all over the information, man, just taking the information and not giving a fuck, and telling you that they're not giving a fuck, you know. And hey man, it's really like not a lot you can do about it, you know what I'm saying? Just you know, just hope that it's over, man, and whatever the universe plan on doing with you, you know what I'm saying, disposing of you or whatever, however, you know, elevating you or whatever, just like, man, I wish these motherfuckers would hurry up and do what the fuck they want to do. Because I'm pretty tired of the charade, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm bored with it. I'm pretty sure the motherfuckers who participating pretty fucking bored with it. I'm like the boringest dude ever. Don't do shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't do shit but you know, try to get my life on track, and for whatever reason, that is the enemy. You know, hey man, you know, do not let him progress. Keep him distracted. That is your job. You know what I'm saying? Now you can receive checks from us. You know what I'm saying? Just keep him distracted. Man, that is I mean, if you the person that people are doing that to, man, that is overwhelming. It's just an overwhelming thing to have to deal with, man. And you see a lot of the energy coming from your family and your household. Most motherfuckers lose their mind when their girlfriend cheat on them. Like, man, look at all this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's probably gonna hit a bigger head at some point, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I gotta focus on some different things, man. Because if I want some different results, I gotta do some different things. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just do some different things, man, and shit, keep you posted. But anyway, man, damn fool out here, man.